Well, warm welcome to Yofix Open Demo Hour. We want to speak today about smart return to the office. My name is Nikolay. I'm co-founder and CEO of Yofix. And we have indeed more and more clients who think about, well, how to set up, how to use Office in the future, what kind of return to the office is required. We should see a lot of public discussion not only on the LinkedIn, but also in the press and corporate news about RTO. How to return to the office doesn't make sense. What is the best way to do it, or what is the advantages and disadvantages? So today it's not a webinar, it's rather really open demo hour where we want to present our solution, how to manage this topic and how to balance interests of employees and companies. So I will talk you through key challenges that we see, some client use cases, and surely Yofix IT software solution, how to manage the whole topic of smart return to office. So let me start. Well, I don't want to speak too much about Yofix, but we are tailored solution for hybrid work. That's what we focus on from the beginning on. That's where we deliver great application. Be it for Microsoft clients or Google clients, we were compatible with both systems. And that's where we get also amazing client feedbacks on that. So that just as a background, but also important where we have amazing partners with like Microsoft, Bisonia, Deutsche Telekom, or our new partner, Aptis. So what are the challenges about hybrid work, about return to the office? By now we have like already 4 or 5 years of experience, and there is more and more data about it. And on one hand side, there are still a lot of prejudices about RTO and work from home, but there are more and more evidence and data that say, well, productivity does not really suffer. That hybrid teams, and that was the last survey from Harvard Business Review that was running in a large company with thousands of employees, that actually hybrid teams that work only 3 days away in the office, they have even higher productivity, definitely higher satisfaction, and what is very important, lower turnover rates. So that's really crucial. So that surely speaks for keeping hybrid work, and we surely hear a lot of comments from different companies why hybrid work is really great and why it's so important to keep it, not just to manage it better. Sorry. We're here also as a part of the story where more and more CEOs, I think over 80–90% of CEOs, tell, and that was KPMG study and some others, well, we want really to have all our employees back to the office, so really bringing the whole organization back to the office, or part of it, so really enforcing much more stricter office attendance rules. And there are also good reasons for that. So there was different surveys, be it from McKinsey, from Gallup, from Korn Ferry Institute, or APA, that tell, well, employees that a lot of employees believe that working on site enhances productivity of teamwork. So that's very important. So collaborative teamwork tasks. There is definitely a lot of truth about feel of sense of belonging, that if you're working with colleagues together in the office, you feel really being part of that organization. It's definitely on-site work is definitely much better to integrate new hires and to integrate new employees. So, and still is a number of people, number of employees, a good share of employees who feel in home office more isolated. So there are definitely a lot of truths also about that. I don't want to go deeper in this analysis, so as expert in that field, we see also for in client situations that there is pro and contra. The question is how to balance it, how to manage it, and how to find the solutions that fits perfectly well to your company, right? So yes, just summarizing, so Agile challenges the companies push for office returns very strictly, and employees say no, right? And there is huge risk that if you push further for that, there's significant part of your employees might just leave, and especially it could be actually the best employees who, or the younger employees, or your female colleagues who just value this flexibility and really need it to balance better work life or to achieve better work life balance. So the question is how can you combine these goals, corporate goals, and employees' desire for greater flexibility? And I think we have good solution to offer to you, and how you could really manage it smoothly and in very automated way with minimum waste of resources. So let me show it to you. Right, that's just a reflection once again about different use cases of our clients. Just a second. People lack transparency. Who is working for where? Also, often what is management is also often lacking is a level of control, because, well, you're just not in control of who is coming to the office when, which team is how often in the office. Also, employees, what is also important thing, employees often complain that, well, you force us to the office, but then we come to the office, nobody's there, and we're doing the same online calls, online meetings that we could do perfectly well at home. Why are we? Why we have to come to the office to do the same task with no socializing opportunities because we're alone in the office? So that's very important. That's very important point, a very valid point. That if you force employees to the office, well, there should be really change, and there should be a meaningful, well, there should be a meaningful way why employees have to work today in the office, right? Yes, and there's many companies or clients of ours were telling us we do have some policies, but everyone just ignores it, and we don't have a tool or a way to really manage these policies, right? That's very important. So if you have some policy, if you communicated it, you should be in position to manage it. So, right. So there are a lot of frustration about even current setup, or even especially about the situation when companies and top management wants employees to come back to the office um, for more office days. So what do we offer? Our approach is following. So, and that's really based, conclusions based after 4 years of working in that field with hundreds of companies across Europe and North America, dealing with large or mid-size or enterprise clients. That's our suggestions to you. So, well, first, set strategic goals. The office is merely a means, so it's not like about, well, our strategic goal is to be 4 days a week in the office. It's not. We want some corporate culture, we want some things about productivity, about innovation. So that is important also to get acceptance by employees, because they understand, then they can better understand why we're forced or motivated to do something, right? So that's very important. Set strategic goals. Why do we want to do it? For what reason? Then it's very important really to come back to the topic of attendance policy requirements. So what is required, communicate it clearly, and put a lot of emphasis on teamwork, on team-oriented channels, because that's that was really important. So you want to be what do you want? You want people to communicate, to socialize, to be more productive in teams, to develop team spirit, corporate culture. And that's everything about not just employee being in the office. It's about, well, how do you organize this teamwork? Then, sorry, the next big thing is how to automate attendance management. It's a painful topic. Nobody really likes it. With Yofix, you could easily do it. And I will show you to you in a second how you could really set it up and track it and communicate, build up communication around it. That is very important. Well, it's not only about attendance policy and saying, well, you have to be 3 days a week in the office and that's it, and everyone is happy. It's about creating incentives. So how can you incentivize your employees? How can you create additional motivation? How could you increase the attractiveness of the office and, well, the value of your office days, right? So that's also important to consider and to steer. And we have good ideas and instruments how you could do it. And last but not least, it's all about optimizing and developing it further. It's all about, so you will not find a blueprint that fits perfectly well for next 10 years. It's about adjusting, it's about evaluating. So very important first to set up a feedback loop, right? That you could really say, well, what is good in terms of well-being, productivity, engagement? That you really measure how your organization is running, how your company culture is developing, and then really analyzing what is working better for different teams and how does it depend what is interrelation with attendance structure, right? And that's where also we as the office could support the organization. Okay, so first step, set team specific attendance rules, right? And that's what you could do easily with the office. You could define per team what is the minimum number of days each team have to be in the office, either per week or per month? And what is more important, you can define the standard office days for different teams. And that's really crucial. So first thing is you define what is the minimum requirements, well, to get some office utilization to communicate to people how often they should be in the office, right? But the second thing about standard office days, that's really your instrument to drive, well, collaboration teams, communication teams, to engage people, to make sure they see each other, and to make sure that teamwork is enhanced in this hybrid setup. Because what happens if you don't have it, you could have, well, you have to come like 2 days a week in the office, but then this attendance in the small team will spread out across the week, and people still will not meet in the office, and the team as a whole is not really functioning well. So very crucial and very easy to do with Yofix. Set up your standard attendance office days per team. And that's what you could do in a second with Yofix. I'll show at the end how it looks like in the app itself. Okay. Second, well, after you've done it, is the question, okay, how could we manage it? How we communicate it to employees? Is it clear? How can we track it? So first, with Yofix, we offer you several options how to track office attendance and how to, well, get required level of discipline behind it. So we offer check-ins that employees, if you want, right? You don't have to do it, but if you want, we offer you a check-in opportunity so that employees have to check in the office, be it with QR codes or be it via Microsoft Teams. We have very good integration with Microsoft Teams, or be it through integration with your door access system to make it more automated. So there are several options. We're happy to discuss with enterprise clients different approaches, right? Well, that's first thing. Second, you get in Yofix, you get reporting and data about each specific team on team level, to what extent this targets, attendance goals are being really implemented. So you see which team is in green zone or in yellow zone or in red zone. So you understand immediately, okay, these are 3 teams we have to take care about, right? They seem not to come to the office at all, or they're really far below our goals we discussed. Then it's really about team office days, as I just mentioned a few minutes ago. And also here we show you exactly well which team is performing well or not. So with office days call, which we show here, it will be clear well which team is not really meeting they're not attending office together, and they have an issue of not fulfilling these team office days. What is that important? So once you have it, so you have transparency, you have your dashboard, you understand. But with the Office makes the next step. We say, well, we want you really to focus in a core task, and with the Office, you could set up notifications so that you inform either the team leads or your employees who are not fulfilling these goals. So you could set up some automated flows, notification push up notifications to support and to enhance the rules that you have in the system. And that's very important because it's all about communication, it's all about reminding, it's all about also bringing the value of this joint office days to employees. So that's what you could easily do with the Office, and then you have perfect clue. You've set up the goals. You could see how those goals are being achieved or not, and you have feedback and push-up notifications, reminders to improve the situation, to communicate either to your employees or to your to your team leads, to make sure that teams that are not fulfilling your goals, that are not achieving your goals, are becoming better. And then you have to decide, well, maybe for some teams, your goals are really not were not appropriate, and then you have discussion with the team and you adjust the goals, right? Which is easily done again in the Office. Okay, let's go first. But as I said, it's not all about setting goals, defining office days. It's also about increasing attractiveness of office. So we suggest you that you should really inspire employees to spend more time in the office, and it's about how to enhance socializing in the office, how to create personalized workplace experience, and how to make office more attractive with some goodies, right? That's also a good way to do it. So promote socializing. We help you to really to synchronize, so to help employees to synchronize their office days with employees, with their colleagues. Very important. So if you plan to come to the office, or if you think when should I come to the office, just check, well, when my colleagues, teammates are there, it really increases the value of this office day. You can easily find your teammate in the office, or the office helps you to orchestrate spontaneous meetings, or that employees could invite each other for a coffee or lunch, right? So it's small gamification, small, we enhance this communications office. With the office, the employees could also book their personalized workplace experience. So finding really is the desk or the working zone, which is a best fit to their tasks on their specific days. So because we're used to enjoy our silence in home office, but provide the same quality of experience, or should a better one, to your employees in the office, right? And office goodies, very important thing. So you could create some incentives to for employees to come to the office. So, for example, for lunch for a team which really performs well, maybe create some office events. So as additional value driver, so language courses, yoga lectures, and surely what is also helpful in our experience, it don't have to be each time like full office day. Sometimes it's really okay saying, well, you could come for half a day to the office, but make sure that all of your team, your whole team is at that time in the office. That's also like office, makes office more attractive, right? So we encourage you to think about this office goodies. Lunches, brunches, breakfast is a great thing to organize people and also to bring them together physically and motivates them. And with that, we experience, and this is what we learn from our clients, you have a solution and you have an approach really to deliver a smart return to the office. But once again, we don't believe that 5 days a week in the office is a good solution. And that's very important to underline. We believe that structured hybrid with 3 plus minus days in the office could be a perfect solution, which gives flexibility to your employees. And with Yofix, you get really control and make sure that even if they come 3 days a week, but all the teams are meeting each other, that people are engaged, that people are socialized, and that you have a chance to develop your corporate culture, you have a chance to enhance teamwork. And we as Yofix, with our software, will help you also to optimize the time of your office managers to save time focusing on more important tasks, and we take care of this organization of these team office days and making sure that they happen and that your attendance in the office attendance is running smoothly. And surely in that setup you could still optimize your office space with a huge potential of 20-30% as like low-hanging fruit. And what is important, you create a culture, you create an offer for employees, which helps to reduce attrition, to attract young talents, but at the same time, achieving your goals of around productivity, teamwork, corporate culture. So we help you to combine both worlds and do it in a very transparent, automated way. Right. So that's in the nutshell. I will jump into our tool and show you how you could really do it. So it's as I said, you could, let me switch to English. So by now we offer already 4 languages. And as I said, so you could, for each team, you could define what is the attendance policy is. So with few clicks, you could define how many days a week someone should be in the office, some team should be in the office, what is the standard team office days. And then in your dashboard, you have special section about office attendances where you could check and see which team is coming how often to the office, right, and which team is performing nicely or not. You could surely also see the same information on employee level if desired. And yeah, that's where our automation flows could start saying, okay, we need for companies with following attendance or for teams with following attendance, we want to send following messages or reminders, right? And as I said, employees could easily synchronize with their co-workers, with their favorite employees, and schedule joint office days. Or if needed, you could also set up a team event where you invite people to the office for a few hours or for a longer period of time. And that's what you could or easily do. So all in all, it's a very easy, convenient tool to steer office attendance. And what we encourage you, speak to us, speak to our team, and we could discuss how that system could help your company to deliver a smart return to the office, really to help your company and your employees to achieve common goals and do it in a very productive, very automated way. So that's for now what I want to share today in our open demo hour. And thank you for visiting us. And I will check now, do we have some open questions? And if not, if you want to speak to us, just book a demo on our website or give us a call. Thank you.